Hi everyone, Pete Pistone here for Racing One Cast, and our Racing One-on-One series continues today with the driver of the Roush Fenway Racing AAA number 6 Ford from the Sprint Cup Series, David Ragan. And David joins us. And David, it's been a great year for you so far in 2008, your sophomore season. What's been the biggest difference in your mind this year versus last year?
Well, I think just having the same team as we had last year, having Jimmy Finning back for a second year, we didn't have much turnover during the off season. We have a lot of the same guys on our AAA pit crew, and so I've got a lot of confidence in the race cars every weekend. And then Jimmy and I working together, we practically know what each other's thinking before we even key the mic, and so it just really makes things go a lot quicker throughout practice and qualifying, and a lot smoother. And I think that's very important when you only have a limited amount of time to get your car driving good. Just in an hour or so, then you qualify, and then another hour, and then you're ready to race on Sunday.
You are in a position at Roush Fenway Racing to have some veteran teammates there: Carl Edwards, Matt Kenseth, Jamie McMurray, Greg Biffle. How much have those teammates helped your progression in the Sprint Cup Series?
They help out a lot. They're not going to go and say, hey, you need to do this, you need to do that. I think they kind of let you feel the situation out on your own. But if I ever have any questions, I can go to them and they'll shoot me straight and let me know. We all have a pretty open notebook as far as setups, and so we exchange a lot of information. And certainly each one of us drives a little different style. But it's good when we have questions, setup-wise back and forth, or about the racetracks, or just getting out and watching them maneuver traffic or get onto pit road. You really learn a lot, and they can help you out a lot.
Now, another person that's been very important to your racing career is your dad, Ken Ragan, former driver, has been with you pretty much every step of the way. Talk a little bit about your relationship with him and how you guys have worked together up to the point where you are right now in your racing life.
Yeah, my dad, my father, Ken, has certainly been a big part of my racing career from the get-go, racing the Legends cars to the late models and up to the ARCA Remax series. He's spotted for me. He's crew chiefed. He's helped. He's done it all. But he's kind of turned over the reins to everyone over at Roush Fenway Racing. He's staying busy over at 600 Racing with the Legends car series now. So he still gets to a lot of races, and he's watching every Sunday, and he keeps me in line with what to do and what not to do. And if he sees anything that he thinks needs to be fixed, or some attention needs to be looked at this, and he certainly lets me know. But for the most part, he kind of hangs back and just watches and observes everything.
Pocono is next for the Sprint Cup Series. You go there this weekend for the Pocono 500. First time for the new Sprint Cup car there. You guys did test there a couple of weeks ago. What are you expecting with the first time of bringing this new car to that racetrack, which is already pretty tricky? What do you guys expect on Sunday?
Well, for the most part, 500 miles is a long race at Pocono. You have to take care of your brakes. I think this car doesn't turn as good. It's heavier. It's harder to stop. So we're having to do some different experiments and run some different brake packages than we've run there in the past. And so take care of your brakes. Having a lot of good horsepower is very key for the whole weekend. And making sure your car doesn't get really tight in traffic. Track position is very important. In these cars, it's so hard to pass. They knock such a big hole in there. When you get behind someone, our cars have just seemed to get really, really tight. So I think you'll see a better race than you've seen up there in the past. I still think 500 miles is stretching it for the length of that race, but it should be a fun weekend.
Well, David, appreciate your time today. Best of luck this weekend in Pocono and the rest of the year as you try to make the chase and maybe try to get the victory lane for the first time in your Sprint Cup career.
Yeah, man, that's what our goals are. We've got to keep working hard, and I'm ready to do it. So good to be on. That's
David Ragan, our guest on this edition of Racing One-on-One. For Racing One Cast, this is Pete Pistone.